your surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Dixon Field is the backdrop for this evening's contest, the Interact Championship between Malvern Prep and the Haverford School. Good evening, everyone. Along with Clark Pierce, Joe Torty, so glad that you could join us here. And Clark, it's felt like these two teams were on a collision course from the time that this season started here in this championship game.
Absolutely. The two best programs in the Interact, certainly this year. You know, EA dealt with a lot of injuries, wasn't able to crack the top two, put up some good fights, actually got a win against Malvern Prep early in the year, but Malvern Prep has been just a notch better than Haverford all year, and it's fitting that they'll meet as number one and number two. You know, you throw away the record books when these two teams get together, you throw away the records of seasons. You expect this to be a hard-fought, tough game that, you know, frankly might even border on chippy, but every goal is going to be huge, every possession is going to be huge, and the face-off X is going to be a big part of the story tonight.
The Haverford School has been on a tear as of late after a little bit of a slow start to their season. Meanwhile, Malvern Prep the other direction looked like they might go unbeaten before dropping a late one to Episcopal. They've righted the ship as well, though. Yeah,
and both teams play tough schedules out of conference, you know, out of the Interact. But you know, this is the game they focus on. I mean, when you come into this game and you play your crosstown rival, you know, backyard brawl. Here we go. Let's see what we got tonight. Excited for this one.
It's Malvern Prep and the Haverford School, and the action starts next.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
From the campus and home of the Cabrini Cavaliers, it's time for the Interact High School Lacrosse Championship between the Malvern Prep Friars and the Fords of the Haverford School. With Clark Pierce, Joe Torty here with you. And Clark, the crowd is ready to go. A raucous environment here at Cabrini, and this should be a fantastic showcase this evening.
Yeah, there's a lot of top-tier talent on the field, but you know, from my standpoint, that's secondary. This is going to be a great game. Two teams that are absolutely primed for this matchup, ready to go. A lot of teams with some seniors, which this will be their last game, no matter win or lose. You want to go out with a win as a senior. Make sure that your senior class is the one that took down your crosstown rival in the Interact. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. And I mean, I mentioned it when we were talking at the top of the show about the face-off today. That's a huge matchup. It's a place where I think Haverford has the advantage, but Malvern's probably got the advantage in a lot of other places on this field. The intangibles are going to be the big story, right? Those 50-50 balls, who's going to get them, who wants it more, who gets it. You know, we've got every Interact game is refereed, NCAA rules, you've got NCAA referees, and, you know, this is a fitting end to the Interact 2022 season, no doubt about it.
Speaking of the advantage that the Haverford School might have at the face-off X, Brendan Dawson's side sends out Ben McCarthy, a three-sport athlete, one of the top Fogo guys in the country, and in 7th grade won the Face-Off Academy 2018 National Showcase title. He's been winning draws all season long for the Haverford School, and as he's gone, the Fords have gone in a lot of ways.
Yeah, he's been dominant. You know, the half dozen or so games that I've seen in person and seen on tape, he's really been dominant, and it's within the Interact and also against some of the top teams around the country.
On the flip side for Malvern Prep, A.J. Nikolic, one of the top scorers in the country, headed to Cornell in the fall, and he is a guy who can really fill it up.
Yeah, and Nikolic is a great player, 13 in white. Everything goes through a lot of stuff. I should say not everything, because there's so many talented offensive players on the field, but he's on that wing because he is one of the fastest players on this field. And that's an early win right there for Malvern.
He'll go to get it. The junior will be attending Cornell the following fall.
Yeah, look, McCarthy just jumped early. Just, little jitters right there. Went a little quick, and here comes the high-powered Malvern offense.
8-1 in conference play this season. The lone loss coming to Episcopal, but since then they've really regained their form and, surprise, surprise, back in the championship game.
This is an interesting choice by Haverford, putting a short stick on number 6 for Malvern, Enos Udo. He's a handful. He's only a sophomore, but a big body, a good athlete, a very good basketball player as well as a lacrosse player. His future is definitely in lacrosse, but it's interesting that they've got a short stick on him.
5 goals, or 5 points, I should say, in the semifinal round. 3 goals and 2 feeds.
Okay, so we've got like a kind of a matchup zone going on here from Haverford where they're shutting. Well, they were shutting off Nikolic, but he snuck away, and look at that.
Goes low and scores. Opens up the interact with a goal. A.J. Nikolic gives Malvern Prep the 1-0 lead.
Yeah, Nikolic just doing what he does. It was interesting. They were shutting him off behind the goal where he was being denied a pass, and then he snuck away off a pick, and he goes low, and he just beats Cacciuti to the spot. It just beats him to the spot, and it was a great shot, great placement, and that's a heck of a start for Malvern Prep.
Back to the face-off X we go. Battle for it. Ground ball being chased down. Mears able to scoop it up. And it'll go down to the Haverford School, unable to save it.
I'll tell you, he threw that in as he was falling out, and it went off of McCarthy in red for Haverford and actually went out of bounds. I think the refs missed that one. That should be Malvern ball, but you know what? You're going to take the breaks when you can get them. They would have needed a replay to see that one. We had a perfect view of it from our broadcast booth here. But every one of these possessions is huge, right? So that's a possession that we should mark in the scorebook.
So the Haverford School benefiting there and will take this possession. Colin Zeller dancing in front of the Malvern bench. You had the opportunity to see the Haverford School in the semifinal. What stood out to you about their performance?
Well, Avi Mel with 7 goals. That tends to stand out anytime you score 7 goals. And again, a short stick on Mel, I think you're asking for it.
And he finds the back of the cage. Pretty good call, Clark. Mel evens up the score at 1.
It looked like a pick that created the matchup opportunity for him. And then he just waited for Triner 22 for Malvern to throw some checks, ran through the check, got his hands free, and just put it past the keeper to get it in there. That a little bit of a soft goal. You're gonna mark those off to nerves. It's 1-1. This is what we expected to see. We expected to see a hard-fought game.
Holding is the call. Possession awarded to the Haverford School. Fords looking to take their first lead of this young contest. Inside 10 minutes to go here, first quarter of the Interact Championship.
Yeah, Aiden Duraco and Ryan Duraco for Haverford. With Avi Mel with the 7 goals in the previous game, in the semifinal game. They did not get as many touches as they normally do because a lot of those possessions were real short. But I expect a big game out of the two of the Duraco brothers today.
That one shot wide, backed up by Mel, and the Haverford School will control.
Yeah, Duraco had a great look there. Great shot selection, great look, step down, hands free. Just missed the cage, but it's a good shot. Mel's got the ball again on a short stick.
Now a feed to the point, a shot, and a score! That one from distance, and Aiden Duraco goes low and goes in.
Yeah, so the youth will prevail, I guess, there in the Duraco family. Aiden with that one. His older brother Ryan had a great look just previous to that, but Avi Mel continues his point streak here on every possession. He's 2 for 2 now, a goal and an assist for Haverford. But this is a great start for Haverford, and if they can get going with McCarthy at the X, they can keep rolling.
McCarthy thought he had that one cleanly. Mears trying to scoop it up, he does, and it's settled back into play, and that was a nice play by Liam Timmons. Malvern Prep looking to equalize now.
Really smart play there by Roman Buno, 16 for. I'm sorry, that's my bad. That's Liam Timmons. I'm sorry, Buno's 24, but yeah, very smart play by Timmons to. Oh, no, I'm sorry, that is Roman Buno. My apologies.
Colic goes up top. 8:35 to go here in the first quarter of play. It's 2-1. Timmons behind the cage, gives it up. And now Udo. More of that matchup zone that you were talking about from the Haverford school.
Yeah, and it's interesting to compare this to what we saw on Tuesday night against when they played Penn Charter. Penn Charter didn't play as much zone against Malvern Prep. Malvern Prep was a much more active. They were more active, played with a lot more immediacy. Now it's different when you go up against a zone, granted, but their aggressiveness on offense has certainly been throttled seeing this zone.
Inside 10 to shoot. Udo lets it fly, and that one's wide. 5 to shoot for Malvern Prep.
Yeah, not a bad shot. You still got 5 seconds to try to get something off. Plenty of time to dodge.
Good interrupt there, and a shot clock violation. Now a whistle behind the play as well.
So I guess they're calling hang on, were they calling a push? Yeah, they're saying it's Haverford ball. Shot clock violation. Yeah, I think they're saying that the violation happened before the push. There was a push from behind without possession, which would have given it back to Malvern Prep. But I think the refs, you always like to see referees get together and make, and talk it over and do their best to make the right call. That was the right call.
Heavy ride here from Malvern Prep. And now it will result in a takeaway thanks to that pressure. Nikolic looking for his second goal of the afternoon as we head toward evening. 7:12 left here in the first. Pace-wise, who does this favor so far?
Well, I think Haverford is definitely making Malvern soak the, not by design, frankly, but use a lot more shot clock with this zone.
Shot whistling high from Jack Irish.
They really take away one of their big advantages here. Malvern Prep's one of their biggest advantages. They have a lot of great athletes. They're in great shape. And then they have so many weapons so that when they get their hands free, they can put great shots on the net. But this zone is causing them to slow it down a little bit. They're definitely out of their tempo. So I think the tempo right now definitely favors Haverford.
Everything happening on the perimeter so far. Big save made by Cacciuti. The future Penn Quaker made the elbow stop.
Yeah, that was Michael Ortlieb, the freshman for Malvern Prep. It was a great play. I mean, he's leaping in the air to catch a high pass, but off his feet, and I think he more so threw it at the helmet of Cacciuti. But nonetheless, it's a good save by him. He's in the right position to make the save, and here comes Haverford on offense again.
Aiden Duraco, who just scored, gives it up. And now Aiden Copen yields to Sam Gerber. Gerber headed to Amherst.
You get these rivalry games, Joe, and it just, Malvern is nationally ranked. Definitely on paper the better team than Haverford, but just, this is the way it goes, right? These games are always tight.
Copen trying to get free, and a big save made by Doherty in tight.
Stepped in the crease.
And we'll see if that one settles Joseph Doherty, the Franklin and Marshall commit. You mentioned might want to have one back of those early two.
Yeah, the first one that Mel got was, and I think he would agree. Probably have to wait a week if they lose to ask him that question, but boy, they are packed in here. I mean, this is a huge crowd, Joe. People are just like showing up out of the forest. It is packed here.
Parking lot's completely full as well. Dylan O'Connor dishing it to the wing as we approach the 5-minute mark in this first quarter of play.
Yeah, Malvern Prep just looks, and you know they prepared for this, but they just look a little tentative and a little bit uncomfortable. And they need a goal to kind of pop the seal and get themselves rolling.
Dishing across, a shot and a score! Going upstairs. A beautiful feed coming in from Colin Kraus, and it's Ennis Udo able to finish that off, and Udo continues his hot streak.
Yeah, Brendan Leary, number 9 for Haverford, a short stick defenseman who's a great athlete, was in great position and sort of was on an island covering 2 guys, and Uno was able to cut when he turned his head to try to grab the other player, and he just buried the shot. It was a great shot. I mean, he's a very athletic player, Udo. Be interested to see where he ends up in a couple years and what colleges. I mean, I'm sure he's at the top of many top D1 programs right now. I mean, these Malvern players, when they get shots, they put it on the cage. It's impressive.
McCarthy trying to dig this out, a battle for it. Players hit the turf, and it'll stay here with Malvern Prep. Ford's faithful don't love that, but a tie game at 2 inside 4.5 minutes to go in the opening frame.
And Haverford is definitely, with that zone, very conservative on defense. They're not coming out and pressuring the ball. They are happy to let Malvern Prep set up their offense and take their time to get into it. The last thing they want is transition, or they don't want Malvern Prep going to the goal where it's going to create multiple slides.
What's the answer to solving that if you're Malvern Prep?
You've got to make them slide. You've got to go right at them, which is what they've done. They were doing right there. That's what Joe Sheridan was doing. Is he's running right at a man, dragging him over and trying to create a matchup, a mismatch somewhere, or just find an open player if he's got the second guy sliding to him. So you've got to make them move.
Sheridan, the dangerous shooter, lost his footing there. Here's another rip. Makes no mistake there, keeps his footing, and gives Malvern Prep the 3-2 advantage.
Yeah, and then just the movement at X there is what caused that space. So 32. So Liam Timmons, I mean, I talked earlier about when they get shots, they put them on cage. A lot of their goals are assisted. The assists are right on the shooter's stick. I mean, the passes are right on their sticks. Not only are they practicing as a team and working on all the chemistry and all that goes with it, but they're obviously doing a lot of work on their own. It's just impressive to see.
Ground ball controlled by the Haverford school. Good play by Louis Atkinson. He takes it himself. Atkinson in transition. Looked as though Malvern Prep was going to win that face-off, but Atkinson came out of nowhere.
Yeah, well, the ball was the possession was called, which allows the defensive players and the attackers in that zone to come out. And, he 40 for Haverford. Atkinson, he's a great athlete. And I was surprised, based on every other game I've seen him play, he didn't take that right to the goal and look for a teammate. But clearly Haverford wants to slow this down and play a methodical game on both ends, defensively and also offensively. They want to find the matchups that are theirs, and they want to take advantage of them.
Zeller had his pass just skip out of the stick of Wills Burt. And here comes that transition attack of Malvern Prep.
But you see Haverford is just dropping in. They want to stop any sort of transition opportunity. They think they have a better chance setting up defensively against a set offense of Malvern Prep than they do if they're going to allow them to go in transition. Wills Burt on that last one, I think he started shooting before he had the pass in his stick.
Udo goes back up top, a shot and a score! Udo feeds Jack Irish, and the Lafayette commit goes low to double the lead at 4-2.
So they're starting to pick this zone apart a little bit, and they're doing it by drawing men, stepping in, daring them to come out. And if they're not coming out, Jack Irish says, "You gonna come out? You gonna come out?" Nope. I'm gonna put this in the back of the cage, and that's just what he did. So Cacciuti's got eyes on these shots, but these shots are in very good spots, very tough spots for him to get to, and you could tell by the way he laid out trying to get that. He's given it his all, but these are well trained and coached shooters on the Malvern side.
A long stick goal! right off the draw and taking it coast to coast. Roman Buono, the Yale commit. Or check that. Make it Luca Di Bartolomeo, the number 6 player in his class.
Yeah, Luca is a super exciting long stick midi defensive player from Malvern Prep, and anytime your pole can score a goal, that's a hype goal. This is a good timeout by Haverford. Starting to lose control of the game. They'll probably see some changes defensively, and they'll make some changes. But yeah, Malvern Prep is rolling right now. That's 4 in a row for Malvern if I've got my math right.
5-2 the lead for Malvern Prep. We talked about Luca Di Bartolomeo, number 6 overall in his class, 5-star prospect. And he's a guy who has been highly touted since he got here. Defensive coordinator Paul O'Grady said he has potential to be one of the best that we've ever had here. And he's had his share of obstacles to overcome as well. Diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma 3 years ago. Has battled through that, and you can see performing at a high level here.
Yeah, had to take a year off, from just about everything, certainly sports and a little bit of school as well. And that's, but that shows a lot of his character. He's talking to the coaches, one of the hardest working players on the team. Does a lot of extra work on his own, plays multiple sports, and look, like I said, that's a hype goal for Malvern. This thing started out a little bit weird for them, a little bit non-traditional for them. They've got it rolling now, so it's a punch counter punch. Let's see what Haverford does to try to slow down this Malvern train that is rolling right now.
3-goal advantage now for the Friars. Worth mentioning that after 3 surgeries and 4 rounds of chemo, Di Bartolomeo is cancer-free. Another face-off win here. We talked about the advantage that the Haverford School might have. It has not been a fun time for McCarthy or anybody for the Haverford School at the face-off X.
No, it's been I'm surprised at what's happening at the X right now. I thought McCarthy would show better. I mean, it's early, and styles make face-off matchups. They could go to McCarthy number 2, right? They could go to Jake McCarthy, the senior.
That one a high danger chance, but the Haverford School escaping unscathed inside 90 seconds left. And now Atkinson in transition. Flips it ahead. Long pole to long pole connection here. Look out, transition, but that one just too high. Good idea for Gavin Cooper, but no one backing up, so maybe not a shot that the Haverford School really liked there.
Most definitely. It's a bad shot selection, and Roman Buono comes over and gets underneath his hands to lift his stick up, which makes the shot go way too high to be on cage. Nobody's behind. That's the big issue. Nobody's behind for Haverford to chase that down. That's an unforced error for Haverford. And this is an extra possession here for Malvern Prep. Let's see what they do with it.
45 seconds left in quarter number 1.
Yeah, and compounded when you look at that, because the shot clock is essentially off here. There's less time left in the quarter, so now Malvern Prep gets this extra possession, which they can take down and try to increase their lead.
Irish looking to double his money. Cacciuti sees that one in.
All right, Haverford needs to get the ball downfield here.
As you mentioned, not a ton of time with which to work here. 20 seconds in the quarter.
Well, that's a good stick to put the ball in right there. That's certainly for Haverford, their best athlete, Wills Burt.
UVA commit, blinding speed. They'll need it with 7 seconds left here. Burt taking a look from the wing. Dumps low. 1 second to shoot. And it's saved by Doherty. After 1 quarter of play, the top seed leads by 3. Malvern Prep 5, the Haverford School 2. We'll be back for quarter number 2.
Centrally located between Center City, Philadelphia and Chester County, the Haverford School has been educating boys ages pre-K through grade 12 for more than 135 years. Haverford helps boys develop in academics, the arts, athletics, and in character. Providing in-person learning 5 days per week, the Haverford School is taking steps to keep its students and faculty healthy. Find out how remarkable boys become men of character. Visit us at haverford.org/admissions. The Haverford School, preparing boys for life.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
When you're investing in Malvern Prep, you're investing in over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
Second quarter just about to get underway here. Malvern Prep with a 3-goal advantage over the Haverford School in the Interact Championship from Cabrini University with Clark Pierce. Joe Torty here with you. And Clark, the Haverford School, if they're going to come back in this one, might want to look at slightly better shot selection than they had late in that first quarter.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Gavin Cooper had a clear, against a 10-man ride from Malvern where the long pole, Gavin Cooper, the freshman, had to bring it back and bring it down, and he went to the cage and was picked up, stick checked, nobody behind. Those are the kind of shots, that's like I said as it happened, it's an unforced error that they can't afford to have to stay in this game. But, I am really surprised at what's going on at the faceoff X, Joe. I mean, I think that's 4 in a row now that Ben McCarthy for Haverford has not been able to cut into Patrick Mears' run here. I mean, I think that's 4 in a row for Patrick Mears, and he's winning them pretty clean now too.
I believe that the Haverford School has only won 1. We'll have to take a look at the stats, but that would back up what you're saying. It's quite a run here that Malvern Prep's been on. Haven't talked about Ryan Falkenstein. He's a dangerous player. Shoots and saved up high by Cachuti. We'll see if that ignites the Haverford School.
Well, maybe it ignites Cachuti as well. I mean, that was not great shot selection either. That was shot right into his stick. And, Cachuti is a little bit on an island down there because those talked about the Malvern Prep players are precision shooters.
It looked as though Malvern Prep thought that went off of the Haverford School, and now the officials will get together and discuss. All of the Friars kind of slowed up as that was going out of bounds.
Yep. So they're calling it, yeah. So back to Malvern Prep, so they're calling a shot clock violation.
So another possession for the Friars. Look out here, a shot upstairs. Oh, Falkenstein's going to see that one in his dreams. A grade A chance that he pushed high.
Yeah, the pass was a little high, so he had to shoot it high, and especially when you're doing quick stick shots, you got to shoot it where it's passed and just above the crossbar. He is definitely going to think about that one.
Here's Irish. Scored a big goal to kind of steady things for Malvern Prep when it looked like the Haverford School had all of that first quarter momentum. Nice move here. That one put into orbit, though.
Yeah, but a good check right there. I mean, when you can get you get your stick as a defender underneath the shooter's hands and lift up, you're gonna impact that shot and that trajectory, and that's what we saw there.
Nikolic looking to curl around the cage, drawing Atkinson. That's a grade A matchup right there.
I agree. I would have loved to have seen A.J. Nikolic re-dodge there. It'd be fun for us.
Another high whistler, and that one missed from Falkenstein. Everything is coming out high.
Yeah, Falkenstein on that one, I mean, that was a bull dodge. He literally just pushed his defender out of the way to create space and time and step down, and yeah, he'll be thinking about that one as well.
University of Maryland commit, elite level athlete and high level player. That one shot low off the outside of the cage. And now Cachuti looks for his options. Kind of a delayed 10-man ride there, and endeavor at goal. Good idea because it was being backed up. So nothing wrong with that from Will Costin.
Yeah, no, it's smart strategy.
Ground ball being battled for and scooped up by the Haverford School. A feed low, a shot, and a big save made by Doherty on the doorstep, and he gets the pin as well. Man, Aiden Duraco, a dangerous scorer there, but Doherty read him and stoned him.
Then you get Kyle Trainer, 22, to get the punt return clear, and Malvern's back on offense. Yeah, that was that's a star in the scorebook save right there for Doherty. I mean, that was a grade A opportunity for Haverford to get back in this thing and get off stop this four-goal run here for Malvern.
Dylan O'Connor dishes up top. Kraus gets it back. Across the way, intercepted in red. Ill-advised pass. And now a transition attack beginning. Leary slams on the brakes.
Yeah, Leary is tired, so he that was a double shift for Leary, but still made a great play. Some of his basketball instincts right there, going up and getting, being able to steal that pass and make a good play, get the clear, get his team on offense. He's got a much-deserved rest here on the bench.
Physical play on that wing. 3-goal lead still for Malvern Prep. No goals scored this quarter. Goalies have been good. Equipment malfunction for Malvern Prep, but they're able to come away with the ball. Fortunate turn of events there for the Friars, and tough luck for the Haverford School. Doherty helping out to relieve pressure on this ride. Patrick Keenan getting that clear. Now Udo again. And really, Clark, as the season's gone on, Udo's role has really grown. It wasn't always where he was the focal point of this offense. You look at all the weapons that Malvern Prep has. But the more and more that you watch now later in the season, Udo is kind of the way that everything gets funneled.
It creates more balance. But when you think about the balance, you're talking about a group of players that, as I look out there, 4 Division I players, 2, 3 that are already committed. The other 2 will probably be by September 1st. So, yeah, it's almost an embarrassment of riches, frankly.
And I'm glad that you brought it up as well, because we'll highlight some of that top-tier talent when we return on both sides. It's Malvern Prep and the Haverford School in a 3-goal game.
Hey, Thunder fans! Baseball's right around the corner. Your Trenton Thunder begin their jam-packed schedule with an opening night celebration on June 7th. Meet Kate Flannery from The Office, grab a Bat Dog Dash bobblehead, and celebrate 4th of July at the Thunder. Daily specials return with $1 hot dogs and Kids Eat Free Tuesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Case's Pork Roll Fridays, and Fireworks most Thursdays and Saturdays. There's something going on at every game in 2022. Get your tickets at TrentonThunder.com.
6:47 to go until halftime. It's a 5-2 lead for Malvern Prep. Clark Pierce, Joe Torty here with you. Glad that you could join us on the campus of Cabrini. And you look at the future college players here. You talked about the D1 players on both sides, Clark, and there are a ton of them. But even if you look at the players who are committed to D2 and D3 schools, high-quality lacrosse programs as well. People are going to go and be focal points in successful programs.
Absolutely, yeah. And there's a smattering of college coaches here on the sidelines. It's a great place. There were more here on Tuesday night. Obviously, you get to see 4 teams packed with, top-tier talent. It's amazing. And it's, the Interact's a great league. This is a big opportunity here for Haverford.
Pretty good check. A shot upstairs off the woodwork. Man, it was that close. Right on the doorstep to cutting it to a 2-goal lead. And that looked like Malone, who was left all alone, the future Harvard Crimson player. He's been a dangerous scorer for the Haverford School all season.
Yeah, I'd like to see 32 in red here, Colin Zeller, the lefty. He's got a short stick defending him right now. And he's got some real good shake. That could be a place that Haverford could go to get a goal.
Malone finds the back of the net. And the flag down as well. Teddy Malone makes it a 5-3 game.
So I think he's going to call a slash. Yeah, we got a slash on that, so we will have a man-down face-off. There's your slash. You know, the defense not bad, but Teddy Malone knows how important this is. You know, certainly one of the leaders of this team. Senior, as you mentioned, in the fall will be headed to Harvard. Slash 1 minute, so we'll have a man-down face-off here. Haverford will be man-up on the face-off. It's a great opportunity for Haverford to get even closer here and try to knock this lead down from 2 down to 1.
Roman Buono called for the slash, so that was Yale on Harvard crime in the Haverford offensive end.
Well,
face-off win, big one for McCarthy.
Yeah, that's big. That's big. And so here you go. Set up your man up. You get a timeout. Pretty good timeout right there by Coach Brendan Dawson for Haverford School.
And we'll see what the extra man opportunity holds when we return. 5-3, Malvern Prep with the lead, but the Haverford School with the opportunity to draw closer.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Inside 6 minutes to go until halftime, and a man-up opportunity for the Haverford School, trailing Malvern Prep 5-3 in the Interact Championship with Clark Pierce. Joe Torty here with you. And what just happened in that Haverford School huddle ahead of this EMO?
They're going with their best, I would guess their best extra man offense play here. So, you know, look for, I mean, Teddy Malone is an obvious, but, you know, I still think the Duraco boys, I think we'll see something from there. I mean, the obvious thing here, I mean, if you get Avi Mel on a step down on the left side, but they're shutting him, well, they're shutting him off right now, so he's no longer in the play. So you got a 5-on-4 situation here for Haverford.
A shot from Ryan Duraco, blocked low, and the EMO continues.
He had a good look there, Joe, and we had a great view of it, but you can't shoot sidearm there. You got to go high to low, bounce shot. Doesn't look as pretty, but it counts just the same. So get the ball in the back of the net with that kind of look.
Inside 20 seconds left on the man-up advantage. Burt, his shot goes upstairs.
That was a great shot by Burt. That was going in, and Doherty just got a piece of it to knock it out of bounds. Haverford still keeps it here with about 10 seconds left in this man-up.
Mel thought about letting that one go. There's Malone with 5 left in the EMO. Duraco back up top. Duraco again. Looked like that one was blocked as well.
Yeah, blocked by 31. Patrick Keenan there, the junior, on his way to Penn State.
So the Haverford possession continues here, but that was a good kill by Malvern Prep. Wrapping shot low, and Malone frustrated there. Thought that he had a good chance. And now another timeout will be called by Malvern Prep with 4:38 to go here, protecting a 5-3 lead. Clark, what'd you see in the Malvern Prep defense that allowed them to kind of stave off that EMO?
Thought Haverford was a little bit tentative. I think, with about 10 seconds left in that man-up opportunity, it looked like Avi Mel had an opportunity to let it to sling one there in one of his favorite spots there on that wing. I would have been okay with it. There was a player behind. If he shoots high, they're going to get it. They're going to keep possession and keep going. This is an interesting timeout by Malvern Prep. I think it's more about just giving their defense a chance to catch their breath and be ready to go here for the last 31 seconds of this possession. I think it underlines and highlights how important this possession is. Malvern coaching staff, and I'll bet you that their defensive coordinator, Paul O'Grady, was the one that asked for the timeout, got the timeout. I want to get my guys, I want to talk to them, I want to give them a chance to get some water, catch their breath, and I want to get 16, Roman Buno, back in the game because he was still on the bench after the penalty had expired. So pretty good timeout there by Malvern, and it really does highlight how important this possession is.
Wills Burt, great speed, headed to the University of Virginia. Hasn't been able to make his mark on this game quite yet.
He's wide open right now.
He'll let it rip, and a big save made by Doherty. He tracks down the rebound as well.
Yeah, Doherty did his homework on Burt. Burt likes to shoot high.
Look out here. Another shot, just whistles high. Colin Zeller had a chance, and that's the lefty that you've been wanting to see.
Yep, I thought he'd get that one. Just a tad too high, but those are the guys, the Duraco brothers. They need to help this team out. I mean, Teddy Malone, Burt
doing what he can to help.
That
one's in. Reminiscent of a Patrick Kane Stanley Cup winning goal in 2010. The only one who knew it was in was Malone. No one reacted, and it's 5-4.
Teddy Malone, knowing that he's got to step up and be a senior leader here, and he's going against one of the better defensemen in the Interac, and Roman Buno, and that was just a great play. Just beat him to a spot, got his hands free, and was able to sneak it in. Doherty's been playing great. I mean, this could be a Haverford advantage right now with the amount of saves that he's made. That one squeezed by. Goals like that are going to happen. Should be a push, should be white ball here. Call it a hold.
On that one, it was whatever you wanted.
Yeah, it was a mugging. I don't, enter infraction here, but nonetheless, Malvern Prep with an offensive possession.
5-4 the lead for the Friars. 3:45 to go until halftime.
And I like this philosophy with, Nikolic is getting doubled early and often here.
Good slide there by the Haverford school to eliminate what would have been a pretty good scoring opportunity.
Looks like Haverford's in a man defense here. So I'll be interested to see if Malvern Prep starts going to the goal a little bit more.
A shot off the post. Found the crossbar there.
I mean, that's a sophomore that's got that kind of dexterity at that size to turn and be able to locate and hit that shot. I mean, he's missing that by less than inches. That is good.
And as a sophomore, you're talking about one of those guys that's college's list is going to be whatever he wants, wherever he wants to go.
I would agree. This should be, Malvern Prep ball. Haverford had gotten it. Ball was still in his stick. It gets checked out of his hands. If the ball gets stuck in the stick, it's a change of possession.
Very close there for the Haverford school, but a new life for Malvern Prep. Sheridan goes on the attack, looking behind. Udo has Costin on him. A shot and a score! Rolled back over that right shoulder and let it go, and it's 6-4.
That is a tight angle. He rolls back to his left, which even decreases his replay, but he's got enough room and the accuracy to put it there. And, Cacciuti is guessing that he's going to go far post, and he goes near post, which is, that's a great shot. It was pretty good defense, pretty good goaltending, but just a better shot. And Malvern's got themselves back to a 2-goal lead. But this just feels like a 1-goal game, man. This is...
Udo scoring a couple, also dishing out an assist. 2:40 left. He's been the difference.
So McCarthy's got a little run going on here.
Slammed on the brakes there as well.
2 of the last 3, I believe. My unofficial stats as I roll through here.
We're going with that.
We're going with that. Wills Burt. Let's Haverford, let's get Wills Burt going here. I mean, the junior midfielder. I'd love to see him take somebody up to the midline and just run.
Meanwhile, Malvern Prep's been in man defense the whole time. That pass just did not work from Mel to Burt.
Yeah, that's the 4th unforced error that I'm charting by Haverford this half. A turnover or just a mental breakdown. And that's not Avi Mel. That is not the way he plays. He is a a tremendous lacrosse player, great teammate. That's a great play right there.
Now a feet ahead. Duraco lets it fly. Bounce shot seen by Doherty.
I've been bragging on these Duracos, and I feel like they let me down. Oh, here we go. Turnover.
Another takeaway here. Gillen again. Dishes. Shot low. Blocked. Malone now racing to it. It stays here. That's 2 interceptions that Gillen has made, and the future Fighting Blue Hen starting to create something for the Haverford school.
Yeah, he's a disruptive player in the middle of the field. He's obviously a very good athlete, plays long stick midi, covers one of the best midfielders on every team that they play against. But he is at his best in the middle of the field in transition, and he had 2 chances there where he made great passes, but Haverford wasn't able to. They capitalized on that one there, which is what it all led to. So Patrick Gillen is getting, accolades from his teammates on the sidelines, which he should be getting because he made that possession happen.
Nice feed here from Malone to Aiden Duraco. And the younger Duraco able to beat the keeper.
I'm a sucker for fundamental lacrosse. So the pass comes into Duraco's stick. First thing he does is he fakes the shot, and then all he has to do now that he's got the goalie moving is just put it in the net where he's not. He didn't throw it 100 miles an hour. All he had to do was get him moving, fake, and finish. Beautiful job by Haverford there. Beautiful job.
Face-off win here for Malvern Prep. So they can take the last shot of the half.
Yeah, you can't take these timeouts with you. So they were just discussing a possibility of a timeout on the end. Here it comes. I think are we calling a timeout? No, Malvern Prep is not calling a timeout. I like this matchup right here for Malvern Prep. AJ Nikolic on a short stick.
Could be why the timeout wasn't called. Inside 30 seconds left. Sheridan lets it fly and scores! Yeah. Right low on that far post.
And why not? You're winning most of the face-offs. Just won the last one pretty cleanly. Plenty of time left to try to get another one and increase this lead from 2 back even up to 3. But Joe Sheridan's got a hammer from the outside with 2 guys coming at him. But again, fundamental lacrosse, high to low bounce shots. Goalies will tell you those are the hardest shots for them to stop. The hardest shots for them to stop. They got to put their stick down and try to go down, and they don't know if it's going to bounce up, it's going to skid low. Great shot.
Second goal of the game for Sheridan. Now battle for it. Ball still alive. And Malvern Prep comes away with it. How about that performance? Diving in from DiBartolomeo.
Yeah, Luca DiBartolomeo he's as advertised. He is a great player.
Atkinson in control, 1 second left, lets it fly. And that's how the first half ends, 7-5. Malvern Prep, the top seed, leading second seeded to Haverford School in the Interact Lacrosse Championship. Halftime coverage coming your way next when we return to Cabrini.
When you're investing in Malvern Prep, you're investing in over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hey Thunder fans! Baseball's right around the corner. Your Trenton Thunder begin their jam-packed schedule with an opening night celebration on June 7th. Meet Kate Flannery from The Office, grab a Bat Dog Dash bobblehead, and celebrate 4th of July at the Thunder. Daily specials return with $1 hot dogs and Kids Eat Free Tuesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Cases Pork Roll Fridays, and Fireworks most Thursdays and Saturdays. There's something going on at every game in 2022. Get your tickets at TrentonThunder.com.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Centrally located between Center City, Philadelphia and Chester County, the Haverford School has been educating boys ages pre-K through grade 12 for more than 135 years. Haverford helps boys develop in academics, the arts, athletics, and in character. Providing in-person learning 5 days per week, the Haverford School is taking steps to keep its students and faculty healthy. Find out how remarkable boys become men of character. Visit us at haverford.org/admissions. The Haverford School, preparing boys for life.
At Cabrini College, the Interac Lacrosse Championship. It's a 7-5 advantage for the Malvern Prep Friars against the Haverford School Fords. And it is a raucous crowd here, jam-packed, people coming out of the woodwork and the woods, as it were, to take this game in. Second half coverage coming your way when we return.
When you're investing in Malvern Prep, you're investing in over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Tommy Green, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. When I was in high school, it was very important to me to show scouts what I could do. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you're a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Hey Thunder fans! Baseball's right around the corner. Your Trenton Thunder begin their jam-packed schedule with an opening night celebration on June 7th. Meet Kate Flannery from The Office, grab a Bat Dog Dash bobblehead, and celebrate 4th of July at the Thunder. Daily specials return with $1 hot dogs and Kids Eat Free Tuesdays, Thirsty Thursdays, Cases Pork Roll Fridays, and Fireworks most Thursdays and Saturdays. There's something going on at every game in 2022. Get your tickets at TrentonThunder.com.
Centrally located between Center City, Philadelphia and Chester County, the Haverford School has been educating boys ages pre-K through grade 12 for more than 135 years. Haverford helps boys develop in academics, the arts, athletics, and in character. Providing in-person learning 5 days per week, the Haverford School is taking steps to keep its students and faculty healthy. Find out how remarkable boys become men of character. Visit us at haverford.org/admissions. The Haverford School, preparing boys for life.
When you're investing in Malvern Prep, you're investing in over 175-year history of all boys Augustinian education.
If you're looking for a well-rounded education that prepares your son, this is the place that will build the foundation to shape you for the future.
We're going to inculcate in students a love for lifelong learning, and we want a strong moral character. The rest is fun, learning, exploring, and enjoying life.
Second half of the Interact Championship about to get underway from Cabrini University. It's 7-5 Malvern Prep, the top seed, leading second-seeded the Haverford School with Clark Pierce. Joe Torty here with you. After a breakneck first quarter pace, I thought that we might be at 20 by halftime, but things really did drop anchor in that second quarter, Clark.
Yeah, Haverford School got out to an early lead, 2-1. Then we had 4 straight from Malvern. Ended the quarter right there at 5-2. Haverford School was able to win the second quarter, 3-2, which is, they're chipping away at it. They're only down 2 here. But I'm really surprised with what's going on at the Face-Off X. I thought Haverford would be in a better position to I don't want to say dominate, but win their fair share. They've started to show some signs of life there with Mccarthy winning a few here and there. But I think the pressure of Malvern Prep, the aggressive nature of everything that they do, they just do everything hard and fast, and they've got lots of subs that they bring in, rotate guys in. Their fitness level and their athleticism at this point is probably what's keeping them ahead. Few too many unforced errors by Haverford. Look, they've got to get Avi Mel some chances to hit some step down shots. We'd like to see Wills Burt going to the goal hard. There's some things that they do. Teddy Malone has found ways to get goals and keep his team in this. He's been huge for them so far offensively, and Cacciuti's had some great saves. So they're hanging into this game. They're not playing their best, but they're hanging in there against one of the best teams in the country. And I expect this to be a 1-goal game. I think Haverford's going to play better in the second half, and I think Malvern can keep playing at the level they're at. So let's see what happens. We've got a 2-goal spread and 2 more quarters to go. The only bummer is that's it. We only get 2 more quarters, unless we get some
maybe not.
Unless we get some free lacrosse, which would also be fantastic.
Malvern Prep enjoyed a solid advantage at the Face-Off X, but this looks to be a win for the Haverford School. And like you said, McCarthy starting to stabilize there a little bit. Bouncing ball being competed for and scooped up by Gerber.
All right, so on the checklist for Haverford for the second half was let's win the face-offs, let's get back at the X. Let's put a check there for Haverford. That's a huge start for them.
Now that you also wanted to see Wills Burt getting involved as well in the attack. He's got it right now.
Yeah, just use the space, use your wheels, draw a slide, find the open man.
DiBartolomeo defending for Malvern Prep. Number 18 had a monster first half. Here's a bounce shot, and Doherty sees that one, makes the stop. Ed Devine looking for the clear. Takes it himself.
I'd like to see Colin Zeller there take another couple steps, at least one more towards the cage there with a fake on the way to get the goalie moving and find some open net there. Telegraphed that shot. That's too bad. That was a good opportunity, a good offensive set for Haverford.
Inside 11 minutes to go, just underway here in the third quarter. Sheridan has it on his stick. 2 first-half goals. Nikolic changes direction.
Good double right there by Brendan Leary, number 9 for Haverford. Closed the door on Nikolic, but now you've got a shorty at X and a very experienced finisher, dodger, and he stepped in. He stepped in.
Lost his footing a little bit, trying to stay out. And if you're tracking unforced errors, there's one.
Yep, that's definitely one there for, and another one for Haverford. But if Brendan Leary can get it back and control this, there we go. So
now here's Burt in transition. Duraco lets it fly, bounces it wide. Aiden Duraco continuing to be very active and looking for goals. Malone, the leading scorer for the Haverford School, dishing it back out wide. Now Gerber turns on the Jets. Ryan Duraco is committed to Army, along with Avi Mel, number 14. Burt, the UVA commit, has that one go off his stick. Here come the Friars of Malvern Prep. Udo. marked by Will Costin. That's been one that we've circled all evening, and that's lived up to its billing. Colin Krause, who's been a good facilitator for Malvern Prep, comes back up top for Jack Irish. Irish headed to Lafayette. Goes to the far side for Sheridan. Sheridan has it checked away, and now here comes Costin in transition. Costin taking it himself, marked by Sheridan.
That's a heck of a clear there by Will Costin. I mean, 2 or 3 guys just so calm and collective. Leads to a great shot. They've got the rebound.
Now here's Ryan Duraco.
Get a reset on the, reset it to 60 on the shot clock, so still another 50 seconds to go here. All right, big opportunity here for Haverford. Get some momentum going their way.
Malone being defended by Chris Datz. Rolling out. Kept in. Ground ball knocked out. And it'll be the Haverford School ball.
Been a very well officiated game by this crew. These are all NCAA level referees. I can't remember one time where a coach has gotten on a ref in this game, which Tuesday night we saw a lot of that, but we have not seen that tonight.
So far, so good.
I think it's a combination of things. I think it's a combination of the teams are focused on doing what they need to do to win. And I think we got good refs, and I think we had real good ones in both games on Tuesday night as well. But that definitely helps the pace of play, definitely helps the tempo.
Yeah, can't remember a complaint that's come through yet. 2.5 quarters into this one. 2-goal lead for Malvern Prep. Goals becoming harder and harder to come by. In both of their victories against the Haverford School, Malvern Prep scoring 13 goals.
So Haverford is a man down here. Broken stick for Brendan Leary.
That one missing just upstairs. And another really good opportunity for the freshman, Michael Ortley.
Great look.
Nikolic finds the back of the cage again. And just like that, it's a 3-goal lead for Malvern Prep.
Yeah, it's like a little triangle they ran there. You've got Udo gets the ball, dodges, gets it to X. A.J. Nikolic cuts off the back of his man who's got his head turned, and he's wide open and goes 5-hole on Kachuti and gets Malvern up to that 3-goal advantage. They did a lot of that on Tuesday night, Joe. Malvern Prep did offensively. They did that sort of one side of the cage, at goal line extended, sort of a 3-man triangle, and it just they create a 3-on-2.
Nice assist by Timmons, nice assist by McCarthy as well on that goal. And the answer quickly coming for Aiden Duraco, his 2nd goal of the evening.
Lacrosse is a simple game if you think about it. It's all about creating, a 2-on-1 at some point in time. So we just had a 2-on-1 type goal down for Malvern Prep on their end, and then exact same kind of thing going on here for Haverford on that goal. And you create somewhere, you've got a matchup, you've got an odd man rush going in, you create that 2-on-1, and you create the advantage for your team, and usually good things happen.
Won by Malvern Prep. Kyle Warsenup retreating for that one after picking up the ground ball. Looked as though the Haverford School actually had the face-off win, but both Fogos went away from the ball. Krause looking for the clear. Udo scoops this up.
Malvern Prep's lucky to have the ball right here. I mean, that were two very tight passes that one of them worked, the second one didn't, but they were able to get the 50-50 ball.
Udo doubled. Nice pass just to get it away.
Yeah, you said it. I was thinking the same thing. That's pretty impressive. He's so strong and calm. 15, 16 years old. That's pretty impressive.
John Moshka goes back to Udo behind the cage. And a nice active stick there once again coming in for the Haverford School, Pat Gillen. But just like that, another takeaway. Open net and the score. Udo able to find the back of the cage. Heads up play by Ennis Udo. And just like that, it's a 3-goal lead once more.
Yeah, Patrick Gillen, you know, unfortunately not all good deeds go unpunished. So, you know, made a great play and just happened to throw it backwards towards his goalie, but the Malvern player skipped in front, and it was an empty net goal. That's a tough one. That's got to be a tough one for this this Haverford sideline and bench to swallow. So they need. Okay, we do have a change.
As McCarthy, Jake McCarthy,
Yeah,
able
so
to
that's
get the
Jake,
win.
and he got the win. So that's big for Haverford. So they went with the change up. They went with Jake McCarthy, 26. He comes in, gives his team an opportunity, getting high fives and attaboys from the bench, which is certainly deserved. And he took a shot too. He is catching his breath there, but I'm sure he wants to get back in there.
Inside 5 minutes to go, third quarter. Still a 3-goal lead for Malvern Prep over the Haverford School in the Interact Lacrosse Championship. Malone. Roll dodge. Doesn't clear any space, but now a hung defender. Up top, Mel. In and out. Looked like the keeper actually made the save, but Doherty had it pop out of his stick. And now here comes Malvern Prep. Tough break there for the Haverford School, but the Friars have numbers. Back behind goal it goes. Billy Irish also headed to Lafayette with his brother Jack. Nikolic back to Jack Irish.
So it looks like Haverford has switched up how they're using Gavin Cooper here, the freshman defender, number 30. So they're bringing him out of the box so that he can be up top, I believe, to cover A.J. Nikolic, which he's doing right now. I've been watching that the last few shifts, and they've been running him out of the box, which he hasn't done for all the Haverford games that I've seen this year, but that might be the exact reason, and oh man.
Too good from A.J. Nikolic again, the hat trick. And he's been such an explosive scorer, Clark.
Yeah, he's just everything. He's so solid, you know, top to bottom. He hustles, he plays hard. He'll do whatever the coaches ask him to do. He'll go on the wing, he'll get ground balls, he'll kill penalties, he'll run all over the field. But what he does real well there, I mean, he's a goal scorer, and he creates space by going into his defender and then being, you know, almost like a basketball player that goes in, gets a little contact, creates and gets the fadeaway. There he's on the dead run. Gets the space, is able to get his hands free and still get an accurate shot off that beats Cacciuti. Really good play there from A.J. Nikolic.
Nikolic extends the lead to 4. Ball saved back into the middle of play. DeRocco is there, and now the Haverford School taking it on.
And they'll take a win any way they can get it here at the Faceoff X, which is what that ends up being. I mean, this is our first 4-goal spread in this game. Really important for Haverford to maintain contact and get a great look, if not a goal here.
DeRocco, left wing attack, trying to roll away from pressure. Back to Aiden DeRocco. Gerber uses a screen from Mel. Good defense here by Malvern Prep, not getting lost in any of that laundry.
Yeah, they're trying to create space with picks. That's a loose ball.
Friars look like they came away with it momentarily, and now they have. Doherty relieving pressure, but that was a really good defensive set there by Malvern Prep.
That's their calling card, is defense. You know, Coach Paul O'Grady is, played at a high level in college, played professionally, has been coaching defense for a long time and knows what to do and how to get his guys in the proper position. Yeah, that was an impressive stand right there, and I feel like that was a critical possession for Haverford to get a look and cut into this lead. And Malvern Prep taking control of this game right now. It just feels that way.
100 seconds left in quarter number 3. Look out here. Tipped, and it'll stay.
I was about to mark that down as an unforced error. It looked to me like it went off of a Malvern stick because it was a Malvern pass that got deflected, but I thought it was a Malvern stick that didn't catch it. So reps are closer to the action. They, I'm sure, made the right call.
Dylan O'Connor trying to bully his way in.
Yeah, Cooper covering another midi for Haverford.
Udo faked high, another save made by Cachuti.
Yeah, that was a great look. Look at this ride from Malvern Prep. Patrick Gillen laying out. Great play by Patrick Gillen. Great play. Yeah, it should be Haverford ball, exactly.
It's a good correction by the official.
Absolutely.
He knew it, made it himself
Absolutely.
as well.
But I tell you, Patrick Gillen, he is an energy guy. Yeah, take your helmet off and take a break, young man. He is laying it all out on the field. I mean, that was a full swan dive, stick extension to make the check to force the turnover. Impressive. All right, let's see Avi Mel here. Let's get him on that goalie's left wing. Give him a chance to get his feet set and step down and crank one. That'll get Haverford back in this. That is almost guaranteed.
Mel, who opened up the scoring for the Haverford school. Goes to Aiden Duraco. Wilsbert loses his footing, a flag down. And now we'll see about this.
I think we'll see a trip here. No. Call it a hold. Let's see what they do here. Called it a trip. Okay.
Against Kyle Warsnup. So another man-up opportunity.
1 minute foul. Assist to Malvern, number 11, Kyle Warsnup.
The Haverford school came up empty on their only other man-up opportunity in this one.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for them. They've got a couple of snipers set up on that left side. The two lefty snipers. So Avi Mel and 32 Colin Zeller. Look for them to overload the right and look back to either one of those two on the left.
They've only got 5 seconds to do it if they want to do it in this quarter.
Yeah, they're going to hold it and wait till the fourth.
10-6, the lead for Malvern Prep, looking to protect and win their crown when we return fourth quarter action next.
Centrally located between Center City, Philadelphia, and Chester County, the Haverford School has been educating boys ages pre-K through grade 12 for more than 135 years. Haverford helps boys develop in academics, the arts, athletics, and in character. Providing in-person learning 5 days per week, the Haverford School is taking steps to keep its students and faculty healthy. Find out how remarkable boys become men of character. Visit us at haverford.org/admissions. The Haverford School, preparing boys for life.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
This quarter is brought to you by Scott Gabrielson and the CBRE, the #1 commercial real estate company in the world, a leader both on and off the field, local, national, or international. Buy, sell, or lease. Call Scott Gabes today.
Just 12 minutes of regulation time remain here in the Interact Lacrosse Championship as Malvern Prep looks to put the finishing touches on their championship run and a season sweep as well of the Haverford School. With Clark Pierce, Joe Torty here with you. And we start with a man-up opportunity for the Haverford School.
Yeah, big opportunity here for Haverford. Avi Mel looking low. There it is.
Avi Mel finding Duraco again, and Aiden Duraco completes the hat trick. And a strong start to the fourth quarter for the Haverford School.
Yeah, Avi Mel playing quarterback or point guard here, and sees that his teammate Duraco is just left a little bit open, and he just makes it a quick turn and shoot. Beats Dougherty to the spot, and that's a much-needed goal here for the Haverford School. 8 seconds in, and they've cut it down to 3.
Against a defense like Malvern Prep, a 3-goal lead feels like a 5-goal lead, so certainly a big-time goal there. A push is the call that goes against the Haverford School.
Tell you, it won't show up on the box score, but Kyle Traynor, 22 for Malvern Prep, has had a heck of a game playing short stick D, locking up a bunch of those midfielders that he's been covering, but really in the middle of the field, just picking up ground balls, doing the hard things, clears. That was a great look to Nikolic. He just probably better defense. Looked like Haverford got their sticks in the passing lane, but he wasn't able to get it.
So now Atkinson leads the clear. And it would be huge for the Haverford School to cut this one to 2.
Yep, this is another important possession for Haverford.
Malone as it's swung over to Burt.
Look at that slide come out.
Burt trying to play keep away there. Someone was open.
But the great anecdote for a double team is the speed of Wills Burt, which he can just run away from it. But he's got to get that ball. The ball's going to move faster than his feet.
That one whistles wide of the cage. Pretty good endeavor from that right side. And now we'll see another opportunity with 10.5 left in regulation time.
Yeah, Colin Zeller's got to get that on cage. He had a great step down look there. He is a sniper, and they put him in the right spot. Good look.
A shot and a score! The Haverford School lights up the sideline with Brendan Leary going upstairs and cutting it to just a 2-goal lead for Malvern Prep.
Interesting to still see Brendan Leary on the field there. I mean, he's a defensive midfielder, but he's got offensive talent, and that is stick side high cheese right there that he threw. That was a great shot by Brendan Leary. He had a goal on Tuesday night in transition, a beautiful high-to-low bounce shot. It did not have anywhere near the heat on it, but it still found the back of the net. That one had a lot of heat. That was impressive.
Corner of the corner for Leary there.
Oh, look at this win.
Big physical play, absorbed. And man, oh man, this has been a back-and-forth battle. Gillen's still with it.
Two of the big hustle and effort guys right there on each other, Patrick Gillen and Traynor, 22 for Malvern Prep. That was the collision at midfield. I'm not surprised. It was an equal kind of a incident there, but man, these two teams are playing hard.
We've sung the praises of Malvern Prep's defensive core all evening long, but this is a big set for them with 9:38 left.
Yeah, I like what's happening right here. I mean, Burt on the run. Oh, great kick save by Dougherty there.
Duraco there to pick it up.
Yeah, I like what they're doing here with Burt, giving him some runway and some space.
Gerber trying to dodge away.
This is the danger zone for Malvern Prep. Ooh.
Burt had a shot blocked on the way. Ground ball. A push is the call, and it'll go down to Malvern Prep. We'll see what the Friars opt to do here. Would you like to see them slow it down or kind of push the pace a little?
I think you're Malvern Prep. If they're going to play you man-to-man, you've got your guy beat, draw a slide, move it to the open man. No slide comes, you shoot it.
There's Sheridan whistling one up high. A little curve on that as well from Sheridan.
Yeah, I would keep the pedal to the metal. There is no reason for them. I mean, look, even with the shot clock, you really don't have the you can soak the clock a little bit, sure, 10, 15, 20, maybe 25 seconds, but that's not in their DNA. This team wants to go. All right, there's an unforced error.
And it'll go down to the Haverford school. It's getting tight here down the stretch.
Yep, that's an unforced error. So it's interesting in the second half here, Haverford School has not had any. Malvern Prep's got 2. That's a low number. I mean, to only have 2 between 2 teams in a game of this magnitude at this level just stepped out of bounds. I don't think Duraco knew at that moment they're playing the blue lines and was seeing the white lines. Can't really blame him. I mean, with the shadows on this field a little bit on that far side, it's a little bit darker over there.
It's a completely different atmosphere than when we started this at 7 o'clock. But what has remained the same has been the quality of play. A 2-goal lead for Malvern Prep with 7:46 to go here in regulation time.
And we're positioned on the bench side, so we have a real good view above these teams and their benches. And watching these kids come off, and it's hot out there. It's humid down on that field. And it's, I think we're lucky it's not tomorrow, which is supposed to be 90-some-odd degrees. But these kids are working hard.
A shot. That one just wide, and looked like it was a pretty good chance for Ortlieb as well.
Pretty good take by Ortlieb. I like it. What I really like about it is you've got, the speedster Nikolic back there to chase down and make sure your team keeps possession. You still got 30 seconds here.
Nikolic letting it go upstairs.
Yeah, that's going to go to Haverford. Was that Costin that ran down?
It was Will
Costin
diving.
I mean, everybody just stepping up their game and doing the little things that are going to help you win.
It's that level of dedication that attracted Penn State to him, as well as his defensive prowess.
Well, and a couple of brothers, I think,
might have
preceded him going there. But, it's sort of the family business, I believe. Connor Nolan right there, the sophomore, 31 for Haverford with a great clear. No question they were getting that ball over the line with his speed and athletic ability. Great job by him, and this is another good opportunity. Ooh, good take.
We'll stay here with the Haverford School inside 6.5 to go in regulation time. Mel brings it out. Mel will play college lacrosse at Army.
Yeah, I'd like to see Haverford get Avi Mel on that left wing with some space and a chance to step down.
Pretty good opportunity there as well. And it'll go down to Malvern Prep, or will they? That is the sign from the official. Neither sideline can believe that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely was a shot because it was a stick check and a huge collision there. Teddy Malone was the recipient of the collision. I think they thought it was more of a. Yeah, I think Malvern Prep may have gotten away with one there. Ball, I guess that's a ball don't lie.
It's about to say the same thing.
Kind of situation there for Haverford School. Oh, this is a danger zone. Great job.
Costin makes himself an option. Has Burt picks him up. Wills Burt headed to UVA. At any given time might be the best athlete on any field that he's playing on in terms of that speed and explosiveness. Hasn't shown that off today.
I'd like to see a sprint between him and AJ Nikolic. That'd be fun to watch. I think Burt might have the advantage. I'd agree with you there, but I have a feeling.
There's a lot of people here that would like to see that.
Yeah.
Was talking, speaking of Nikolic and his explosiveness, was talking to one college coach who compared him to Jeff Teat. Do you see that at all? Speaking of Cornell attackers?
Well, that's a heck of a comparison and a compliment to Nikolic. Different games for sure, and I think Nikolic can do a couple more things with his speed. But he made the save.
Man,
what a great
save by Doherty. And he snow angeled at the end to keep it out.
Absolutely. Look at that pass.
High level
Wow.
from Malvern Prep right here. 4:20 left.
Zach Hoyt there with the very impressive over-the-shoulder catch, which was could have been a buddy pass.
.405 left in regulation time. 10-8 the lead for Malvern Prep. They look to build on that. O'Connor takes a shot up high.
Yeah, the stick check slid up his shoulder and hit him in the helmet, but refs know that's incidental. They're going to let it go.
Sheridan dishes across. Nikolic thought about letting that one fly. 24 left. The shot. Low save made by Cacciuti, and it's cleared out here.
Great look by Brendan Leary. Good pickup off the rebound. Good clear.
Gillen.
Oh, good look. One more. There you go.
Duraco. Bounce shot was blocked. .314 left in the fourth quarter. Wrapped around. That one in, maybe out. Low shot. And that one's wide. The Haverford school thought that went in. It went off the post on the far side.
Kyle Traynor got just his body check in just in time. Oh, not that time.
How about that from Ryan Duraco? Curls around and deposits it to make it a one-goal game.
Ryan Duraco, that is a big-time goal. Traynor comes on the slide, can't get to him to close the gap and give him some pressure on his hands, and he put it in. Just tucked it in the upper left corner of the cage.
Clark Pierce, you said it felt like a one-goal game. Here we are with 2:55 to go in regulation. It's 10-9 Malvern Prep.
And the Haverford bench is going nuts, and the Malvern Prep bench, they look concerned at this point. Let's see where it goes.
In danger of surrendering a 4-goal second-half lead. Scooped up by the Haverford school. Gillen spins away. Tries to keep it alive and does for the Haverford school. Malone faked a roll.
They were thinking about a timeout there. All right, they're going to set up the offense.
Mel comes on for Gillen.
And Zeller's going to come in here.
Roman Buono on Teddy Malone. It's another grade A matchup. Malone rolls away looking for a cutter. Malone wraps around. A save made by Doherty. Rebound still alive. Mel lets it fly and scores! Avi Mel ties the game at 10. And with 2:01 left, it's brand new.
I was just going to say, too bad that pass wasn't on Avi Mel's stick. He would have had more time to shoot it and score, but it didn't matter. He's able to collect it. Look, that's his office. That is his office. When he can be on that wing with time to set his feet and shoot, he is one of the best flat-footed shooters that I have seen at the high school level in years, and that is his trademark shot from his office. And exactly what Haverford needed. We got 2 minutes and 1 second to go. We got a 10-10 game here.
Another face-off win for the Haverford school. Here comes McCarthy. Dishes low. Duraco stops it. What a pass. Aiden Duraco gives it up for Ryan Duraco.
So time management here becomes huge. Your shot clock, you've got 66 seconds left.
Whatever face-off advantage Malvern Prep had is evaporated.
It totally evaporated the second half. No unforced errors for Haverford School. I mean, they have played a great second half to get themselves back in this game. They've closed the gap on the scoreboard, and they've got all the momentum.
Duraco.
Timeout. Oh
Timeout called by the Haverford School, and a huge timeout for the Fords.
I'm looking at I'm surprised they gave him that timeout. I mean, maybe he called it long before. I saw him running. That's a great timeout. Excellent timeout right there by Coach Brendan Dawson. They've got 44 seconds. So what do we have? 44 on the shot clock. It's hard to see with that bar, right? Yeah, and there's 124 left. So do the math. What is that, like a 30-second difference? Is it 30 seconds or is it 40? I guess maybe it's 40, right?
So 130 be 90, right?
Yeah.
Minus 45, so we're in
so
that.
we're going to have at least one more possession, one way or the other, right? So if Haverford, I mean, I think the ideal thing for Haverford, especially with how they're rolling at the face-off X right now, is if we have a good look, let's take it. Let's make sure we have someone behind to chase it, keep possession, but if we've got it, go and shoot hard and shoot confident. And if you're Malvern, 50-50 balls are going to win us this game, guys, right now. So let's make sure that any 50-50 ball that we are selling out and getting it, and then we'll get a timeout, we'll get possession, and then we'll get the ball and we'll get on offense and we'll score and we'll go win. So this is great. Punch, counter, punch. Here we go.
John McAvoy's Malvern prep side is experienced, but maybe a little bit more youthful than they've been in years past. Does that come into play in situations like this?
At this point in time, all those freshmen and sophomores, I mean, they are, and a good portion of them are on the other end of the field, the offensive end. So they've aged at the level of play and everything that's going on. So I don't think so. And that's a turnover. The first unforced error, but they might get it back.
It's a battle for it.
It's a reset of the shot clock, too, because a change of possession, you got a penalty.
Aiden Duraco keeping it alive for the Haverford School. And now a flag down.
Yeah, this is huge. So the shot clock is no longer a factor in this game. So you've got 62 seconds left in the game, and I think you're going to have a slash or unnecessary. Was it unnecessary roughness or a slash? Slash. Okay, so it's a slash. It's a 1-minute penalty.
Goes against Buono again. Second penalty of the game for Roman Buono.
And he was swinging at the ball, and literally the helmet got in the way. I mean, I don't think his intention was to do that. Anyway, he was trying to get the ball, for his team. And it's ironic because it was the first, that Haverford was trying to literally thread the needle with that pass, and it was just they were trying to be too fine, too perfect with that. That was not the look they wanted. They got bailed out. Now they've got the ball. They're man up. Man, this is a real good opportunity for Haverford to get themselves a lead in this game on a man-up situation. Now, if they score, it's no longer man-up. The penalty is released after the goal. Goal wasn't locked. I mean, the penalty wasn't locked in or anything on Buono. So we'll have if they score, we'll have a full strength face-off. But you gotta like Haverford's chances here, right, Joe? I mean, they've been dominating at the X most of this quarter, and tide started turning there late in the second quarter. Offense is clicking. They got the momentum. They got the hype on their side. Body language on the Malvern side is a lot of heads down right now. So let's see what Coach Paul O'Grady has called for his Malvern man-down defense. And let's see what Coach Dawson has got going for his man-up offense here for Haverford. This is great.
Clark, the temptation has to be there with 1:02 left and 1 minute left on the man advantage to just take the last shot and see what happens, isn't there?
Yeah, I mean, but you want to take your chances in overtime. If you've got a great shot here and you're Haverford, I think you got to take it. I think you got to have confidence in your face-off guy and your defense. They might be just running it down to about 30.
Looks like things starting to happen now with 45 left. Aiden Duraco, who kept that ball alive and drew the penalty at the point.
Yeah, and that's the guy they won. They won him about 7 to 10 yards closer than he was there. Hands-free in time, and this game could be a one-goal game in Haverford's favor.
Burt to Ryan Duraco. Mel. Duraco Big save made. Doherty traps it. Ground ball still being competed for and scooped up by Malvern Prep with 8 seconds left. Back towards Cage. Doherty relieves pressure. Ahead it goes. 2 seconds and 1. And we are headed to overtime in the Interact Championship. Not enough to settle it in 4 quarters. We'll try for the 5th. At the end of regulation, it's 10-10.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Eldion Padulary in Feasterville, Trevose today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hi, I'm Marty Bystrom, former pitcher for the Philadelphia Phillies. In my experience in Major League Baseball, I know how important it is for high school athletes to gain exposure. My friends at Payroll Service Solutions are huge supporters of high school sports and the Sports Fan Base Network. If you are a small to medium-sized business in need of a payroll company, contact Payroll Service Solutions. Not only will they take care of you, they will continue to support the community. For more information, contact Payroll Service Solutions at 215-624-0922 or 866-PAY-EASY.
Overtime about to begin as Malvern Prep sees a second half 4-goal lead evaporate. The Haverford School storms back to force the extra period with Clark Pierce. Joe Torty here with you, and that jam-packed crowd you see behind the field there certainly getting their money's worth and beyond as these two teams continue to go back and forth.
Standing room only around the field. How great is this? I wished for overtime. We get the overtime. This is great. I mean, what a great comeback in that third and fourth quarter there by Haverford to get back into this game. That was tremendous. And here we go. So we got sudden death lacrosse. Sudden victory, I guess I should say, the proper term these days.
Patrick Mears, who had such a dominant first quarter and really most of the first half for Malvern Prep, steps into the face-off X. McCarthy kicks it ahead. Battle still raging on there.
Could be a timeout by Haverford.
And they do get possession and the timeout with 3:47 here in this first overtime period. I think it matters to these two teams. Every possible player scrapping for that ball on the ground, and Haverford School able to dig it out.
Yeah, and you see a senior, coming out of there with it, right? I mean, it means a lot to all these players, but when you're a senior and it's the last one and you have a chance to knock off your crosstown rival, you're going to give it everything you got, and that doesn't surprise me at all. But look, I like Malvern's opportunity here. Not man down. Paul O'Grady gets a chance, the defensive coordinator for Malvern gets a chance to set up his defense the way he wants it, the personnel, the matchups. He can throw a gimmick at him, come out in a zone, change things up. Get Haverford to think a little bit here. But if you're Haverford, again, Avi Mel. I mean, if you can get Avi Mel to draw a double and look for somebody, and if they're not coming at him and he can get his hands free, and that is the medicine that Haverford is looking for right now.
Doherty in goal has been exceptional for Malvern Prep tonight. He's really bailed them out several times. We'll see if he's called upon again. Burt using a screen goes behind Cage. Ryan Duraco back to Wills Burt. That's an Army to UVA connection. Malone. Swung to Burt.
Oh boy.
Mel high to high, and a save made again by Doherty.
I didn't mean to say that out loud. I thought Mel was going to be able to pick his spot there, and he played catch with Doherty on that one.
Udo giving it up now. Nikolic.
So no timeout here from Malvern Prep. They like what they've got.
Possibly had the chance to talk about it last time out as well. Udo with Costin on him.
Yeah, I think the strength of this Malvern team, they're great defensively, but the offensive players that they have, here it is.
Nikolic! Pandemonium at Cabrini University as Malvern Prep claims the Interact Championship, and here's the shot that got it done.
Yeah, just a huge individual effort by AJ Nikolic. I mean, he went through 3 defenders, he even got body checked just after he put the shot in, but quick fake, high to low bounce shot. Beats Kachuti. I mean, what a great game. A fitting way for it to end. Dramatic ending, great shot, great individual play by one of the best players on this field tonight for sure.
Final score, Malvern Prep 11 and the Haverford School 10. Clark, you said you felt a 1-goal game coming tonight. You had it all the way. And as Malvern Prep celebrates its heartbreak across the way for a Haverford School, and that squad climbed all the way back in after such a tough first half. And to see things go that way, you talked about sudden victory, doesn't get any more sudden than this.
Yeah, Brendan Dawson is building a heck of a program at Haverford. Haverford has traditionally been fantastic, but they've had coaching changes here over the last few years, and he is really building a heck of a new culture and a new program, a new way of doing things there. And, we saw a lot of fight and a lot of determination. And for them to come back from 4 goals down in the second half, tie it up, have a chance to win it in regulation, have a chance to win it in overtime. There are no moral victories. I get that. I understand it. But that's a huge showing by Haverford. And they are a nationally recognized program, but this year they certainly are one of the top 20, top 25 teams in the country. They certainly proved it tonight.
Handshake line going on in the foreground. You see John McAvoy's side putting an exclamation point on what's been a tremendous season for them. Interact champions here, and you mentioned defeating a crosstown rival in the Haverford School to do it. What an ending to this year for them.
Yeah, and Malvern had to beat Haverford 3 times. Played them twice to 1 goal, once in overtime, once at Haverford by 1 goal, and then the game earlier in the year when both teams were still, they weren't fully formed teams like they are now, which is totally natural, but yeah, that was just a tremendous way to end a fabulous Interact season. And there's just, both teams with a lot of youth, a lot of great players coming back, a lot of great players that we're not even seeing on rosters that are coming up. Both programs have great JV programs, freshman programs. I mean, they are all set for the future for sure, and excited to see where this thing goes. But a lot of respect, as you can see in the handshake line here, back and forth. Just a great game. Just a great game. Glad we were here to see it, and I'm tickled it went to overtime. I wish I could say I predicted it. I was really just being hopeful, frankly, because we get to see more great lacrosse, and that's exactly what they gave us tonight.
Could not have asked for more out of the Interact Championship game than we got this evening. Final score, Malvern Prep the champions by an 11-10 mark in overtime. That's going to just about wrap things up for our entire crew here at SFBN and my partner Clark Pierce. This is Joe Torty saying so long from Cabrini University, the home of the Cavaliers, where Dixon Field saw a spectacular one tonight. Final score, Malvern Prep 11 and the Haverford School 10 in overtime. We'll see you next time for high school lacrosse on SFBN.